welcome in to Turn Up the Volume, where volume stands for Voices of Ladies, united, motivated, and empowered. As we always do here, we want to represent the ladies, the leading ladies across the CSRA. So each week, we're bringing in somebody new, and this time we're bringing in Stephanie Stuckey. Stephanie Stuckey, I'm going to go ahead and bring you up here so we can see you. Hey there, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm delighted to be here.
Yes, so good to see you. That name there, Stuckey, it might sound familiar to many people all around. But before we even get deep into why it might sound familiar, I have a question I got to ask you, okay?
Sure.
Pecans or pecan?
Oh my gosh. See, I thought you might ask Stuckey or Stuckey.
Oh,
right?
Oh, that too.
It's Stuckey. You got it right.
I got it right. Perfect.
Yeah. So what do you say? I'm going to turn it around a little bit.
I'm a pecan girl.
Okay.
I'm a pecan girl.
All right. Me too. Me too. But I always like to ask people because there is no right answer. Although there was a study done by the Georgia Pecan Shellers Association, and 70% of Americans say pecan.
Do they?
Yes. It's a regional thing.
Yeah.
So, and I tend to personally go back and forth. So I might say pecan pie, but then I'll say pecan.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of both, and I will also match what the person I'm talking to says. So
I like
I
that.
know you say pecan, I'm going to be saying pecan.
Pecans, okay. I thought today I would have to switch to pecans.
Yeah, that's my natural default mode is pecan. But what my grandfather said, and I think he's the expert since he founded Stuckey's, he said they are pecans when you pick them, pecans when you sell them.
I love that.
Sounds a little more
like
refined.
Pecan. Yes.
And maybe you can get some more money price per pound. So depends on the price how you say it.
All right. Grandfather had that great mind. I can tell. Well, while we're right there, let's get into a little bit of the history. Let's talk about what your grandfather started. What is Stuckey's for people that heard the name, but they're not too familiar?
Yeah, Stuckey's is a pecan snack and candy company. We're best known for our pecan log rolls. And for a certain generation of Americans that grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s in particular, they would remember the Stuckey's roadside chain. So we really were the first roadside retail chain. Before there was T.A. Love's or Buc-ee's, there was Stuckey's. And you could pull over, get gas, clean restrooms, quick hot meal. And then we had all sorts of pecan snacks and candies and kitschy toys. So people remember our snow globes and Mexican jumping beans and all sorts of just kitschy Americana stuff, coonskin caps. And so there's an era of Americans that would take road trips and then they pull over to Stuckey's because we were on every major highway. So we're really synonymous with this certain era in America where everyone took a road trip. And my grandfather sold the company a year before I was born. It was out of our family for decades. And 7 years ago, the company was in distress and for sale. I got some business partners. We bought this beautiful manufacturing facility that makes pecan snacks and candies outside of Augusta in Rennes.
Yes, right.
And now the company is redefining itself, mostly as selling pecan snacks and candies.
Yeah.
We still make the iconic log rolls. Yeah. And we have a handful of those original stores still around. Yeah. But more importantly, we also are selling to retail chain stores. So in this area, you'll find our product at Sam's Club and Walmart, limited time only for the pecan log rolls. And then Food Lion and Ingles has our product as well. Ingles is what you'll see mostly in this area. And then there's some specialty stores like the Welcome Augusta and Company in downtown. They sell our product.
Perfect.
And we're always looking for new accounts. Shameless plug.
Yeah. We got to get you everywhere. We got to get you somewhere. Definitely as a staple here in the Augusta area. Like you said, right there in Rennes. I mean, that's right there down from us. A landmark. It's about those road trips. And, you know, just this new area, you called it, redefining it. You know, a lot of the times with you stepping in, they called this sort of era rebuilding it or the comeback for Stuckey's. But I feel like we're past that now. What would you call this sort of era for Stuckey's?
Yeah, it's like the lyrics, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, right?
Yes.
I think if you are a company that's been around as long as we have, so now 3 generations, almost 90 years, if you don't figure out how to embrace change and pivot, you're not going to still be around. And so it's just a constant iterative process. So we are looking at always how do we redefine this brand to make sure that it's relevant to a new generation of consumers. I will say that even though we are pivoting on how we are profitable by selling the product more so than focused on retail chain stores, we remain open to opportunities. So if anyone's out there listening and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to have a Stuckey store, talk to me. We're open, right?
Wow.
And we remain grounded in our roots. So I am wearing my Georgia Grown hat. I want to make sure I talk about our roots are literally with the pecan, which is the only snack nut native to our country.
Oh my goodness.
And more pecans are grown in Georgia than anywhere else in the entire world.
We need to be the pecan state.
Right?
Why are we the peach state? Because we know South Carolina grows more.
South Carolina and California. We're actually number 3 in peaches. But, you know, I love me some Georgia peaches, so I'm not going to bash a fellow Georgia produce.
Yeah, no bash.
Right? I love Vidalia onions. So I love all y'all.
Yes.
But we are very proud that we are the number 1 state for pecans.
Wow.
And so that's something special. And it's the only snack nut native to our country. So we are uniquely American. Just like a road trip is a uniquely American experience. Like we had an exchange student from China, and I took him on a road trip, and he's like, Miss Stuckey, we don't do road trips in China. Like it's not a thing, right? So we are uniquely American. And we're very proud of our Georgia roots, and that's all about the pecan. So we're part of the Georgia Grown program.
Tell me a little about that.
Well, it's through the Georgia Department of Agriculture. And really, when you are shopping for product, look for the Georgia Grown label.
Wow.
And you'll see it.
And that means that literally Georgia Grown once it has that label on there.
Yes, and it's certified by the Georgia Department of Agriculture. And you have to attest to certain requirements, like you source 80% of your products in state, or your manufacturing is done in state. So that's supporting our local community and making sure your dollars stay home and you know where your food comes from, which is more and more as people are looking at being healthy with their lifestyle and their food dietary habits. To me, the number 1 issue is knowing where your ingredients are coming from. Are they fresh? Are they local? You know, and it gets to sustainability. Was it shipped across the world with this huge carbon footprint? Like all of that is important to this new generation of consumers. And yes, we make candy, but if you look at our ingredients, it's homemade, it's fresh ingredients. We make so much of this in our factory. Well, we make it at our factory in Rennes. So just that piece is really an important part of our story, that we are still, despite the changes this brand has had, we are still rooted in being part of a community. And we moved the plant from Eastman, Georgia, where my grandfather started the company, to the Augusta CSRA area. So we're just really, really proud to be part of this community. And I'd love to talk about our store as well.
Yes, please do. I know, like you said, y'all have that factory out in Rennes, but is your store? You have a store out there as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have a candy
a few
shop.
Times.
It's like a candy outlet store, and we have a big sign out front that says Candy Outlet.
Wow.
And so I can't tell you how many times people say they drive by and they're like, Candy Outlet?
Let's
do a
get
U-turn, right? And we have 2 big murals.
Yes,
One
they're
says,
beautiful.
Yeah, it's pronounced Pecan, right?
gosh.
And that's by an Atlanta artist named Posh Lima.
Wow.
And I follow him on Instagram, and I reached out to him. I said, I love your art. Can you do a mural for us?
I love that.
And then the other mural was by the UGA Lamar Dodd School of Design. And they did this beautiful mural about exploring Georgia, and it includes a little shout out to Augusta. It's got the James Brown statue on it, because we want people to keep on going down the road and exploring our neighbors in Augusta. So we're a great little fun day trip. We get people all the time. We drive 35 miles and explore Rennes, Georgia. They have lunch at Peggy's Diner.
Yes.
Or breakfast.
We actually, our EP is from Rennes. So she tells us every little thing there is. She was excited that you were coming in. Her sister used to work at Stuckey's.
Oh my gosh.
She is built in Rennes all day and all night.
It's a lovely little community. We have a coffee shop now, so you can even get like a caramel macchiato or whatever. And they have fresh baked goods, and then you go down and you can get fresh pecans, and you can get fresh candies, and we have truffles. truffles. I mean, by truffles, I mean chocolate truffles.
Wow.
Mushrooms. And we have candy that you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
We have more moon pies than anywhere else in the state of Georgia. We literally have like a dozen different flavors of moon pie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, we had these coconut candies and all these different flavors that you cannot find anywhere else. We have a full line of nostalgic candies.
Wow.
Then, of course, the bedrock of our organization, you can find pecan halves, in-shell pecans, pecan pieces.
Yes.
Right? And
all the fixings.
Yes. So check our Facebook page.
Yes.
Sometimes we're out of stock on stuff, so I try to make sure people know what we have, what's in stock, what's out of stock, so they don't make a trip and go all the way. What do you mean you're out of in-shell pecans? So,
that's the best way though. Let them know on social media too.
Yes.
So that's good.
So please follow us and take a day trip. It's a lot of fun, and I'm working there a lot.
Really?
I manage the store,
Awesome.
and when I'm in Rennes, there's nothing I like doing more than working at the store, greeting our customers and learning what they like. And I'll ask them, like, what do you like in the store? Well, what would you like to see more of? We have homemade jams and jellies. We have fresh local salsas.
Wow.
We have
so
a
it's still a little bit of
watermelon
everything.
Salsa.
Yes, that is awesome. I love that. And I want to jump back and jump there and everywhere. I know social media, like you just said, you post sometimes when y'all don't have things or have new things and all of that. It seems like it's been a really huge avenue for you. So how have you used social media to sort of keep dragging in and pull people in this new world, I'd say?
For the entrepreneurs out there, you can totally build a brand on social media because that's what we've done. And you can do it on a shoestring budget. We don't have a big budget. We're very much a coming back brand. And we do all of our marketing on Facebook and Instagram for the Rennes store, and then LinkedIn is a big place where I play professionally to get more retail accounts. So that B2B, that business to business portion of what we do is largely driven on LinkedIn.
Wow.
And I'm also on X, TikTok. You just have to put yourself out there. So I highly encourage any entrepreneurs, think about how you have your marketing strategy built around social media. And then also we do marketing with emails and text. And that's all done through our point of sale system. So anyone in the retail world, if you've got, like we use Square, you have all these tools available to you free of charge.
Wow.
If you have the basic Square platform, which doesn't cost a whole lot, it's included in the cost.
That's awesome. That's perfect. Using all those platforms, like you said, because this is the world of, technology. So catching us on Facebook and Twitter and, X, as they call it now.
I know. I still say I tweet stuff. And the other thing is I'm really mindful, with very rare exception. Sometimes someone will send me something that's AI generated, and I'm like, oh, that's really fun. I'll share it. But in general, our stuff is authentic. We're not doing AI generated post. This is stuff that we're posting, and you can definitely tell it's pretty raw. But I'll go out
that's
to the
what
candy
people
plant.
love, though.
And I'll be like, what are we making today? All right, here's how you make roasted and salted pecans. Here's how we do our glazed pecans. And we'll just show how stuff is made. Here we are pouring
I love
the
getting the
brittle
pecan of the factory. So I'm sure if I love it, everybody, it's cool to get the behind the scenes, like you said.
How it's made.
Right?
So it's a virtual factory tour. So we post a fair amount of videos about how we make our product. And that way people can see, this is where your food comes from. We've actually got people back there with big copper kettles, just like my grandparents used. Stirring up the caramel. And then hand coating the glazed pecans. And you can taste the difference.
Yeah, that's amazing there. Now, Stephanie, I want to talk a little bit. We know that you came in heavy with the family business not too long ago, around 2019, I believe. So tell us about your journey from, making that transition, sort of what you did before, and just getting here and, all right, boots on the ground for the family. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think the underlying message for anyone listening is pivot. And when you have opportunities in life that are really unique and they're not going to come around again, seriously think about taking them. Sometimes I think it's the universe telling you, listen and pay attention, like, wake up.
Get on it.
Right? Like, this company is not going to come for sale every day. And here's a chance to try to preserve something really amazing, which was this legacy of a brand. And your journey may be different. People listening may have a different journey, but all of us have these moments where there's opportunities that really make us pause and think, okay, what is it that we should be doing? And so I would encourage folks listening, embrace that moment and go for it. Yeah. And feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn if you want advice on how to navigate that. I can tell you a lot about what not to do, and that's often how you learn, right? And it's been an amazing journey. My career is very different. I'm an attorney. I practiced law for quite a while. I did criminal defense and environmental law. Wow. And I was also a state representative for 14 years. Yeah. And so I have a government service background. Yeah. And then in my career as an environmental attorney, I was head of sustainability for City of Atlanta. Okay, yeah. So I love cities. I love working with cities. Yeah. I love economic development opportunities and partnerships with our communities. Yeah. So all of that I learned through my years in public service and for the City of Atlanta. Wow. So anyone listening, we welcome opportunities. How can we partner better with the CSRA? Yeah. How can we truly be part of the community and promote what's happening in Augusta, which, by the way, I just saw on LinkedIn the statistic where the Augusta area is like fastest growing area in jobs.
Literally number one. That's us.
One.
Yes.
Number one on the entire LinkedIn platform. Yeah. Augusta, Georgia. Yeah.
Right? I love it. I'm from here, so I've had some faith in my city, but that's amazing. Now everybody can see, you know?
Yes. Big source of pride.
Yeah. We have Cyber Center, I think they mentioned. They
heard about that.
Of course, about the Masters, just a little bit. So it's some great things.
We have a little golf tournament,
just a little bit, just a small one that not everybody
comes here.
Yeah, you know.
And then the Savannah River site, I mean, we've got this huge infrastructure
for sure
that enables businesses to come here. Yeah. But the labor market is different than a big city like Atlanta. Yeah. And so for many companies looking to locate or relocate, this is an excellent opportunity with a pool of talent. And let's not forget the medical school.
Oh, yeah. This is medical talent.
I mean, healthcare is critical.
It is huge, yes.
So we want to be part of that.
Yeah, for sure.
We're excited to be in this community.
Yes. Well, y'all are here. Y'all are good. Y'all are already good. Y'all have known before LinkedIn put it out that this was a great area.
This is the happening spot. Augusta, GA, y'all.
Hey, I love it. And you mentioned a little, about your background, public service, and just working with the cities. Do you think what in that do you think you use day to day with your being in the business world, the candy world, I would say as well? Is there anything that you sort of just take from that sort of daily and still utilize?
Good question. I'll tell you, it's been a real shift for me because with a career in public service, it's a different model financially. Yeah. You're not supposed to be in the business of making a profit if you are a government entity. Wow. Whereas running a business, you better be making a profit or you can't survive, right? And so getting out of that whole mindset is definitely a shift. I have a funny story about a former congressman. His name's Buddy Darden. Some people may know him. He was in office for years, and then he got defeated, and he went to work for a law firm. Wow. And after about a year, the managing partner sat him down and said, "Buddy, what you're doing is amazing. You're a terrific member of our team. But by the way, all that stuff that you're used to doing for free in government, guess what? We charge for it." Right?
Yeah.
And I think about that story with Buddy Darden. And by the way, he figured it out. He makes a lot of money for his firm now. Yeah. But you have to change your overall mindset when you make that shift. So I think that's one of the most important lessons I learned is that you got to shift your mindset. Yeah. But what I did learn, and I worked under Kasim Reed, who was a very decisive leader, and people, you can have different leadership styles, and people have issues with how different people manage. But I really admired his decisive leadership, and I think often in business, you don't have the luxury of pondering and reflecting all the different outcomes. You just have to act. Yeah. And so I learned that in government, that you can't wait. There's a crisis, it demands immediate response. I also learned crisis communication.
Okay, well, there you go.
Oh my gosh. I mean, when I worked for Kasim, we had any number. And then I worked for Keisha Lance Bottoms as part of the transition team when she came in until she got her new team in place, right? So I stayed on with her for 6 months. And I was there when she had a major cybersecurity breach. Wow. The entire city was like virtually at a standstill and held hostage. Wow. for a couple of weeks. So just being able to effectively, quickly respond to crises.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's you can use that in all.
Skill.
Yeah. Very sure there. That is for sure. And I want to jump in. I know, or I feel like that you enjoy road trips. It's something you touched on a good bit. So I want to talk about that a little bit. I want to get to know you and these road trips, your love for road trips. So tell us about that. And then once you tell us a little bit about road trips that you enjoy, a must stop road trip for people just in general.
Okay. Well, that's my passion. I think you have to have passion with what you're doing or it's not worth doing. And it's part of our brand. I mean, it's in our roots that we are part of that DNA of Americana, where you get in a car and you explore America.
Yeah.
And the beauty about a road trip is there are often no rules. You can pull over where you want. You can shop where you want. You can eat the snacks that you want. By the way, it's not a road trip without a pecan log roll from Stuckey's. We're the iconic road trip treat, right? You can listen to the tunes you want. It's about the playlist. It's about the snacks. The calories don't count when you're on a road trip. It's who's in the car with you, right? And do you pull over at the world's largest ball of twine in the Lunchbox Museum, right? Like all that is part of the adventure. And I love that it is uniquely American. So I think that's just why I love it. And anytime you're building a brand, whether it's what you do in news or a company or government, it's about building community at its core, right? Yeah. Fox 54 is building a community. Right. You're building a community in what you do with the show of people who are passionate about supporting local, supporting women. And so it's all about community. And there's a full community out there who loves road tripping. And I'm passionate about it. Yeah. So, I just got back from spending 5 days on Route 66, which is America's Mother Road.
Yes,
and they're celebrating the 100th anniversary. Wow. So I was part of the official Centennial Caravan for Route 66. And I drove parts of Oklahoma and Missouri and Kansas.
Oh, so you had a good time. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. And there were about 50 cars in the caravan, and we had a lot of...
Were y'all decorated? And were the cars decorated?
And I drove in a Woody station wagon from the 1970s. I also drove in a Model A Ford.
Wow. So you just had a great time.
And a 64 Chevy convertible, hot pink.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
So we had wonderful cars, and whenever we went through towns, people knew our schedule, and they would line the streets and cheer us on. We almost always had the local police escort us.
That's great. I love that.
Oklahoma, let me tell you, the Oklahoma State Patrol escorted us throughout the state. They were amazing.
Oh,
yeah, and they had a retro car.
They
had like a 1960s. Police car.
Oh, really?
That was the lead.
No way.
So they got it. So the
still
State Patrol,
working and moving.
On the act. And they would like pull over at the Blue Whale of Catoosa with us, and the world's largest teapot. Like the officers were pulling over with us.
That is awesome.
So everyone was getting in on the action.
I love that. That's like. I think that was one of your dreams there, because that sounds awesome. It sounds like it hit on everything. The road trip, seeing landmarks and all of that. The cars. That is awesome.
So you ask about local road trips or a road trip I love. So I'm going to give a shout out to our community.
Yes.
Harlem, Georgia.
Oh, nice.
Has the Oliver and Hardy Museum. That is such a fun day trip, and you can go right through Wren's on your way. Yeah. And it is the world's largest collection of Laurel and Hardy memorabilia.
I did not know that.
Yes. And Hardy is from Harlem. He was born there and he lived there for like a year. But I love how Harlem's like, we're totally claiming it. Then I think he moved to Milledgeville.
Okay, yeah.
Then he moved to
they grabbed
Jacksonville. And then of course he was in Hollywood. But they're like, we own Hardy.
Yeah.
And so they've got this retro theater that has been beautifully renovated.
Wow.
And then when you go inside, they play Laurel and Hardy movies, and they've got beautiful exhibits. And then every year they have the Laurel and Hardy Festival.
Yes, I've been to the festival. I haven't been to the museum, but that is awesome.
Have you dressed like Laurel or Hardy?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so you got to dress up.
I have to.
Yeah.
When does it come around?
It's every October.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to say it's like the first Saturday in October.
Yes. Okay, I have to put that down on my calendar for this October.
So they have the parade, and then they have just local booths.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's a festival.
It's a good time. It's a good time. And Harlem has really grown, but I think it still gives small town right in that downtown area. So it really has grown. So that's somewhere. Hey,
and they have a cute little coffee shop. You can tell a coffee, Java Jive, a little local business.
Oh, I've heard about them. Yes. They also have like a lot of flights that they do, like the coffee flights where you can try all the different ones. I see them on social media all the time.
So there's just so much to explore, and all of these are perfect day trips. So as you're coming from Augusta, be sure to pull over at these spots. They're really fun. I'll give a shout out to another pecan business, the Pecan Barn. Wow. So they are on the way to Rennes, and they sell pecans and local treats. So just pull over. The little town of Blythe is charming. You drive through there. And so this is just right on the way to visit Rennes.
Right. That's amazing.
40-minute trip max.
All roads lead to Rennes. How about that?
All roads lead to Rennes, Georgia.
Yes, I love that. That's amazing. Well, Stephanie, it's been great talking to you. I could talk to you for so long, actually, but I want to touch on something that you brought to me a little earlier about being a part of that Georgia line. The
trail.
Yes, the Georgia Trail.
The Georgia Department of Economic Development has a trail system. So it's really encouraging people to explore Georgia across these various trails. So we're part of the trail number 1.
Wow.
And that's the trail that goes outside of Augusta, and it's along US 1, which is one of the oldest highways in America. Wow. And so I just encourage to go online to the Georgia Department of Economic Development, just Google Georgia Trail System. And there's all sorts of spots where you're encouraged to pull over, and it's local places. It's a lot of businesses that are certified Georgia grown or sell Georgia grown products. So it's just a fun way. It helps you figure out where you should pull over. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's great. And that follows right down the road of the road trips and seeing where you need to go and all of that. Now, before I get you out of here, I've never had Stuckey's, a pecan log or nothing because I have a nut allergy. Oh, gosh.
I'm one of those ones that's not able to enjoy it. But that's something I wanted to ask. Just with it being a family business, have y'all run into that before? Somebody being like,
or diabetics. I can't eat sugar. I've got to limit my sugar intake. And we do sell other nuts, but that doesn't help you if you've just got a cross-the-board nut allergy. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of tricky.
So in our gift shop, we have lots of products that aren't
nuts.
We have some
jam and all that.
Yes, we have jams and sauces that are branded Stuckey's. And then we also make a pecan root beer.
That's what I was going to ask about.
So
is that new?
It's new, and it's from our partners at New Creation Soda Works. Wow. They're based in Bishop, Georgia, outside of Athens. So we do not make that. We license that.
Nice.
And it is delish.
And,
but we
approve
it.
Yes,
right?
so
and
nut.
Check the ingredients.
Check it. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about that.
It may have just pecan flavoring, but if it has real pecans in it,
then we'll have
you might have to stay away.
Well,
but you can definitely try the Stuckey's branded watermelon salsa.
Oh, yes. I love salsa, so that'll be good.
And then if you come to our store, there are lots of other products, nostalgic candies. And then I felt so bad. I brought in the truffles so they wouldn't melt in the cars. I've got all these chocolate truffles.
No, it's okay.
And, I'm like, oh, by the way, these just need to sit here.
I have so much here for not y'all. No, it's amazing. So are those headed down to the store?
To the candy plant.
Wow, that is amazing. Now, another thing, family business. We just spoke on it. Who's next? Who do we think is next? Have we filled that out in the family business? I saw a small family post. I think a baby with
great niece.
Yes!
Oh, she's precious.
She
Coralie.
is precious. Yes, and about her story with the name. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Coralie was my grandfather's grandmother, and she loaned him the seed money, $35 to start the company. And I did a post where my great niece, who was named Coralie after her, is eating a bag of Stuckey's pecans, and she's 2 years old, and she's adorable. And so I just had the connectivity from generation to generation. Like, look, this $35 loan, look what it produced generations later. Like, you just never know when you make that investment in a small business where it might lead. But as far as next generation, I don't worry about it too much. Right now, there isn't a strong candidate in the next generation. But
because it's
I'm
Coralie.
open-minded, right? Little Coralie. I got to
Yes.
keep it up till she gets old enough.
Yes.
But I think the important thing is to keep the company going and preserve the legacy. And so whatever turns it takes on this journey to revive or keep the brand alive, we'll find a way.
Yeah.
We'll find a way. And, you know, I'm okay if it's an in-law. I've got 2 kids. Neither one of them's interested in the business. But, you know, maybe they marry someone who does have a business background.
Or they could have a change of mind, you know.
Yeah.
They might not think of that now, but maybe
and I have
one day.
business partners,
Yeah.
and they have kids. So
that's awesome.
you know, I'd love for it to stay in the Stuckey family.
Yeah.
But to me, the bigger picture is the brand and what we represent and our values is that being preserved.
For sure.
So
Building
I'd like
a
to
legacy.
see that live on.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook. We've actually got 3 sites. Stephanie Stuckey, me personally, I post about the entrepreneurship journey a lot, and I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on Instagram and X as @StuckeyStop.
Nice.
And then Stuckey's itself, we're on Facebook as Stuckey's, Instagram Stuckey's_pecans, and then the Wren's gift shop is Stuckey's of Wren's on Facebook and Instagram. So follow us, like us, get on our website, stuckeys.com. Know that the website is a work in progress, but you can sign up for our newsletter on there.
Oh, yeah. So they have you every end, every way, text, emails, stores, social media, all of that. Well, it's been a great time speaking with you. Like I said, I could chat with you on and on. I mean, it's been a great combo, so I appreciate you for coming in, telling us a little bit about the business, but also yourself as well.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yes.